Team green, team red. What's the difference? RTX 50 series, AMD Radeon 8000 series. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Opinions and me getting off topic will be left for the second portion of said video because your boy is notorious for getting off topic. So the first thing that I wanted to cover is the RTX 50 series. Then we're going to be moving into the AMD Radeon 8000 series. And then I'm going to be speaking about a very hot topic that everybody is going to get very angry at me and pick a side, team green or team red. We're going to compare them and aggravate either team green or aggravate team red. So let's go ahead and start the video. So NVIDIA is going to be gearing up to release the RTX 50 series, codenamed Blackwell, quote unquote, possibly in Q4 2024. But that is a very small, teeny tiny, slight chance because we are sort of kind of aware. Oh my God, I almost got him. Sort of kind of aware that NVIDIA is going to be going into 2025. So the GPUs are going to be built on TSMC's 3nm process, and that's going to be promising a bunch of improvements for power efficiency and higher clock speeds. And the cool thing about this is that the RTX 5090 is supposed to only be using an 850 watt power supply, which, yes, you could probably sort of maybe get away with an 850 power watt supply. Wait. Why does that sound correct? Because that's definitely not correct. I don't know. Let's go ahead and continue. I was about to get off topic. So the rumored specs for the flagship RTX 5090 includes 192 SMs, 32 brain cramp moment, 36 gigabytes of super fast, 36 gigabytes per second memory. Keep in mind GDDR7 as well, and then a 384-bit bus. These numbers are pretty crazy and should get any hardware enthusiast very, very, very excited. Even in general performance, if that's what we're going to be talking about as far as like the performance gains and that kind of stuff, we're talking like 50 cents, 50% or more in performance boost, which that 70% that we were told a decent amount of time ago is looking pretty accurate, which is just mind-boggling to me because the 4090 is already like a monster. So the big question is, where is that performance increase going to be? So we're going to go ahead and go into AMD Radeon 8000 series because I will go down a very deep rabbit hole with that. And we need to keep that rabbit hole towards the second half for all of the TikTok brain rot humans watching the video. Which I am guilty of that myself, dude. Is it not obvious that your boy has very ADHD brain? Okay? I don't know how else to say that. My hand is like itchy. I got pre-workout flowing through my veins before I go to the gym, bro. Real quick, just wanted to say that if you would like a PC from me, my Facebook business page is linked down in the description below. I do not charge you anything other than the cost of parts, which I do in fact give you a full list of everything with the final cost before I order it all with my own money. You do not pay me anything until you see the video, the performance, the benchmarks, and all of that kind of stuff. So again, link down in the description below. So the AMD Radeon 8000 series. So on the flip side, AMD isn't going to be sleeping either. The AMD Radeon 8000 series is going to be based on the RDNA 4 architecture and is going to be shaping up to be a serious competitor with NVIDIA. Why I don't like reading. I'm so bad at reading. But it's like I get comments like this guy's constantly getting off topic, and like I'm even getting off topic with a freaking script right in front of me. But dude, that's just who I am. I like talking about things that I enjoy and sharing things that I enjoy with people. But I do understand and I do recognize that I do get off topic quite a bit, like right now. So let's continue. What's exciting is the rumored shift towards a multi-chip module, or in other words, MCM. Design for some high-end models from AMD's graphics cards, but do keep in mind when I say high-end quote-unquote models, we're talking like half of what the 50 series is going to be, because AMD is not going to be trying to compete with NVIDIA on their higher-end flagship GPUs. It's just NVIDIA is kind of, I don't want to say they have a monopoly, because I don't think it's like a monopoly to the extent of Google or a monopoly to the extent of Microsoft. That bug right there, I really want to kill that bug. You broke into my house, bro. I can't wait to murder you. It's flying around and just annoying the crap out of me because I got a white screen and it's like this little black fly flying in front of me and it's pissing me off. But as far as like leaks in like performance and specs and that kind of stuff, we don't know anything about that in regards to the AMD's 8000 series of graphics cards. So I would like to talk about some things that I've seen over on Reddit and people posting on Reddit, because some of it's sort of kind of a little bit interesting, and there was civil wars being started with the Reddit post. So let's go ahead and go on Reddit. Over on Reddit, the GPU wars are alive and well. I don't know why I put that in my script, but I did. So one of the trending topics right now is the potential efficiency of the RTX 50 series and size as well. So people are pumped. Dude, okay. So I'm not gonna go because I'll start a war in my comments. So I'm not gonna actually speak about that until the second portion, because I don't feel like starting a war already. So there's a lot of skepticism about pricing with the RTX 50 series, which I'm also going to speak about in the second half. And then the third hot topic over on Reddit is the potential for scalping and the low availability at launch, which is bound to happen. It's just something that I wanted to talk about because it's a comment that I see in the comment section of my videos nonstop. And that is, should I wait for the 5080, or should I wait for the 5090, or should I wait for this, or should I wait for that, or whatever, dude. So I'm just going to be real with you, dude. Unless you plan on sitting in front of your screen for 4, 5, 6, maybe possibly even 7 or 8 hours, like a full-time day job, okay, to get a single graphics card, you're not going to get one unless you do that, because of scalpers setting up bots, just like the PS5 fiasco, just like the 4090 fiasco, just like the 3090 fiasco, just like the 2080 fiasco, just like the 1080 fiasco, and every other GPU release in the history of GPU releases. This is going to happen. It has happened every single year. So whether or not you plan on sitting on your butt for 8 hours in order to attempt out purchasing a bot, you're not going to get one unless you have connections with somebody, or unless you're actually one of those people that sit outside of a store and camp because you just need a graphics card that bad. So let's actually kind of compare these and just kind of talk about things. There's not really any more like key specs we need to be speaking of. So why am I excited for the RTX 50 series? So let's actually cover the Reddit stuff first. So one of the potential for the efficiency and power, I do think that this is somewhat of a big deal, okay? Because like the 40 series was overkill with that. Like the 4080 and the 4090 requires so much power. They get so warm, and it's just like, and then secondly, they're the size of a cinder block. Okay. So I'm excited for that as well. It's like, I got a 1500 watt power supply in this computer over there. So like, I'm happy because I can put two 5090s if it's 850. So the second thing that I want to talk about is the pricing with the RTX 50 series. Now this is where I am gonna have a problem on NVIDIA's side. Like, dude, I support NVIDIA. Like, I understand the negativity towards them. I understand that they may not like be the best company out there, but dude, what big company do you know? This is a serious question. This isn't me like saying with any sarcasm or smart assedness. Okay, like this is actually a question. What big business, like big business, like as in Nike, Adidas, NVIDIA, Intel, AMD, PlayStation, Sony, Microsoft, Xbox, Nintendo, LG, Samsung, dude, big companies, literally big companies. What big company do you know that doesn't suck? Seriously, like ask yourself that question. What company do you know, big company, do you know that does not suck? I literally cannot think of one, okay? So to the people that like just love Intel or just love AMD or just love NVIDIA or just love Sony or just love Microsoft, and they like to say Sony did something wrong because they like Microsoft, when Microsoft is constantly doing things wrong, so they complain about NVIDIA, and then NVIDIA's group complains about AMD. It's like, dude, none of them are good, okay? They all suck. They all suck. That's just a fact. So like, whatever side you want to take, I'm not taking a side because they all suck. I just want whatever's good. The company, the business, whatever. They can do their own shit. I have no control over it, okay? They can do their own thing. I just want a product that is good, period. Don't give a fuck if it's team green. Don't give a fuck if it's team blue or red. It is whatever, dude. The hand gestures right now are absolutely on point. So, so the pricing with the 50 series, back on topic here. This is where I'm a little bit concerned, is because from what we are seeing, the 40 series is going to be the whatever, a chart line where the average line, I don't know what it's called, but like if we have a chart, there's like the average line. Like the 40 series is staying where it is, and then we're just going up with the 50 series. Like we're not going, oh hey, the 40 series was pretty expensive, we're gonna lower the price and then release the 50 series a little bit cheaper than the 40 series. That's not what they're doing, okay? So the 50 series is just simply going up, period. So like that's a big problem, bro, because like I'm sure that this is of course YouTube, so I know that most of you are just really lucky and scored your 4090 for $1,200. That's great. I'm really happy that you were able to get a 4090 for $1,200. That's awesome, dude. I had to pay I don't remember how much I paid. It was like $2,200 is what I think it was. I paid $2,200 for my graphics card because they're impossible to get at MSRP. So if NVIDIA goes and posts that, oh, the 5090 MSRP is going to be $2,000, that means you're not getting one for under $3,000, period. That is a fact. Okay. And you also have to keep in mind that, like, as somebody that is running a business, and I've attempted to sell on Amazon, I've attempted to sell on eBay, I've attempted to sell on all of these marketplaces, but dude, you get to a point where you make enough money to where it doesn't make that much of a difference to you, and you start asking yourself, like, why am I doing this? Like, why? Like, I think it's something that everybody has to experience. I don't think it's something that you can just say or want and not experience and then actually understand it. So when I say that, is like, and none of what I'm about to say is being negative in any shape or form, okay? But there's there's people that don't have a lot of money, and then they talk about how money doesn't bring happiness. How do you know that? Okay? Like, if you're that person that does not have money, have you ever gotten to a point where you have made over $250,000 in a year? Because if you have not done that, then you're leaving an opinion about money not bringing happiness. You don't have that fact. You don't have proof of that. Okay. And then there's people in the middle class, which is basically non-existent at this point in America, where they're kind of in that same boat. They're like, oh, I have enough money to like kind of be happy. And then there's people that start to make a ton of money, and you get, at first, it's crazy. Like the happiness that it gives you and the comfort and the reduction in stress. I am explaining all this for a reason. I'm not getting off topic right now. So like, why did I just say that? Because now I lost my train of thought. What the frick, dude? All right, it'll come back to me. It always does. Actually, it may not, but who knows? So the reason I was explaining that is because, oh, okay. So the marketplaces, told you it would come back. It always does. Your boy's got mental health problems. Literally, that's actually not sarcasm. Oh my God. The marketplaces. So like Amazon takes a fee, eBay takes a fee. Like all these e-com, quote unquote, sites, they take fees. That is how they stay alive. That is how you are able to sell crap on them, is because they take a fee for you to list your stuff. Okay. But the money thing is, I had to do that so my brain could like consume it. All right. And remember it throughout this explanation here. But, so there's the poor people that say that money doesn't bring happiness. There's the middle class that's comfortable enough. And then there's the people that start making a lot of money. And it does. Look, okay, I want to say up to about $100,000. Like that journey up to that point, you're going to be very excited. You're going to be very happy. But once you get to that point, because it's very easy to leverage that amount of money. Like once you get to that $100,000, it's very easy to leverage that. And I'm not going to, if leveraging is just like, you understand what that is. It's like you got a really long hammer that's going to be able to pound your nail a lot quicker than your little freaking whatever little teeny tiny hammer. Okay, it's leverage, but apply that to business. Once you have that, and it's like, okay, I can do anything that I want. I can buy anything that I want. I can have anything that I want. And it's like, you have so much money that it's like, what am I doing with it? And that's like a genuine question that you have to ask. Like, what is the point of me making any more? It's just pointless. Okay. So the reason I explained all of that, it was, I swear I was explaining that for a reason. So the reason I'm saying this is because the 5090, the 5080, the price of the, look, I'm fully aware, okay, AMD is not going to be releasing the 89 XTX. I get it, dude. So I'm not saying like some sort of facts of what graphics cards AMD is going to release. But I'm just using it as an example if they ended up releasing it. Because you don't know the fact of that either, okay? You're leaving an opinion on leaks that you've seen. None of us know what AMD is going to release yet. So if they release that, and let's say that was $1,000 MSRP, which is definitely not what you would get it for, and then AMD, maybe you would get it for MSRP. NVIDIA, definitely not. So NVIDIA's 5090, $2,000. You got to remember, dude, 20%. That's what Amazon's going to take from you. 20%. That's what they will take. So 20% of $2,000. That's, let's do the math really quick. That's $400 just in Amazon fees. Now let's also calculate the shipping, which you may not think is a big deal, but as somebody that has sold a lot of stuff online, okay, shipping adds up very quickly. So when you have a massive, or not massive, a decently sized box, okay, like a graphics, it's not like you're just sending a letter in the mail. Like then you got to factor in $50 worth of shipping, because yes, okay, there's not a company out here that's going to say, oh, okay, I literally live in New Hampshire. So let's say I live in New Hampshire, which I do, but and then I ship a computer out to California, which is literally the entire country, across the entire country. Okay, it is going to cost me more to ship from me to California than if I was to ship from New Hampshire to either Florida, or ship from New Hampshire to Maine, which is literally my neighbor, to Vermont, to Mass. Like, it's going to cost more to ship across the entire country. So the people that are selling these graphics cards, they're not going to be like, oh, let me just take a chance of possibly not shipping all the way across the country and just charging less in shipping. No, they're not going to do that, dude. Okay. They're going to say, okay, well, I'm selling this. I got 20% fees on Amazon. That bug is really annoying me. I can't wait to kill you. So we got 20% fees on Amazon, and then they're going to look, okay, so if I live here and we ship across the entire country, and that's $50, that's what our set rate in shipping is going to be. So now we're at $450 already. That's $2,450 for the 4090 or 5090 on Amazon or eBay, which the fees on eBay are a little bit less, but I'm not going to like get into the whatever details. Okay. So now the person selling that, what do you think they do for a living? Please tell me. It's really because he won't leave me alone. And now I lost my train of thought as well. So, okay. So we're at 450 bucks. This guy selling on Amazon. He's selling on Amazon. He's doing this for a living, dude. He's doing this for a reason. He's not just like, oh, hey, let me buy stuff and give it to you and not make any money from it. No, dude, come on. Use your common sense. Would you do that? Would you be like, oh, hey, let me start a job on Amazon and sell shit and not make any profit? Dude, I'm pretty dumb, okay? And I can even recognize how stupid that would be, okay? So no, he's going to now up this graphics card probably 100, maybe even 200 bucks in profit, okay? Which most of the time people on Amazon that are selling stuff, they got like 40 different 5090s that are going to be sitting in front of them. So like, yes, that may not sound like a lot of profit to you, but when you got 50 friggin' graphics cards because you set up some computer program to buy 50 of them, and then 49 people that actually wanted the graphics card cannot get it because you were a lower half, okay? There you go. Now we're at $3,000 pretty much for 5090, bro. So like, you have to keep this stuff in mind, all right? Like, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. I explained what are you guys gonna get? So the 8900, like, dude, it's so hard for me to like, because this is a year that is so much different from previous generations. Like, we're not getting like a whatever 8900 XTX. We could get this, but from what we're seeing, it's not. Like, we're not getting anything that's going to compete with NVIDIA's higher end graphics cards, which is concerning, but it does give Intel an opportunity with their graphics cards, which fully aware they're going through a lot of stuff right now. But either way, man, let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. I gotta go pee really bad right now. That's why I'm like all jittery, but catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Let me know what you guys think about this format as well, where I literally just talk about the stuff at the beginning, and then I'll keep the second half for my gibberish rambling nonsense. Let me know what you guys think about that, or if you think the little script that I did at the beginning portion just takes the life out of the content. Like, let me know, because I'm always going to try to improve, and I've seen a lot of comments lately, like, this guy is constantly getting off topic, which, I mean, dude, I'm just being honest. Like, I don't see an issue with that. When I rewatch my content and edit it, dude, I see it as me just being a normal guy, like, sharing things he enjoys, and I'm treating YouTube like a friend. I'm not trying to be a news anchor. I'm not trying to be Gamers Nexus. I'm not trying to be Hardware Unboxed. I'm not trying to be a professional freaking news coverer. Dude, I just want to be a person making a video, hanging out, sharing things I enjoy with other people that enjoy the same stuff, okay? So, like, if you don't like me, I am one guy being much different than everybody else. There's not many other creators like me, dude, and it's because I'm being myself. The other people, they're copying each other. Look, I want you to, like, because you cannot be aware of what you're unaware of. Like, you need to know what you're about to, like, experience. So I want you to do this really quickly, because if you're watching this, you literally watched the entire video, unless you skipped through it, which is whatever. I don't care. If you did that, whatever. You can already kind of tell I'm a spaz. So I want you to, like, think about the style of my content, what I do in my content, how I make my content, period. Except for this one, because this was different. This is a new style. But if you look at all my content, man, it is so much different from everybody else. So I want you to do that. I want you to go and watch other tech channels. I want you to go and watch other PC channels. I want you to go and watch some tech review channels, which you're already doing. And I want you to be aware of their content. They're all doing the exact same thing, at least from what the people that I have seen. I don't know who you follow, but as far as, like, I'm concerned, like, they're all doing the same thing, creating content the same way. Oh, let me make some beautiful B-roll, and let me make sure that I cover everything super precisely and sound like a fucking robot reading a script throughout my content. Dude, that annoys the shit out of me. If I can tell somebody is reading, I am gone. I'm like, nope, see ya, not watching this video. It annoys the crap out of me when I can tell somebody is reading a script. It really does. But yeah, man, I'm gonna end the video. I'm gonna keep on rambling. Peace.